I know it's been a minute, but you still stayed strong. Yes, it's been a minute, but you still held on. So keep moving, keep climbing, it won't be long. Keep laughing, believing you're right where you belong. 'Cause it's y'all, and I'm back. Oh, yes, again. I'm back, y'all. Gotcha.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my tutorial of warm spring looks using the Nubian 2 palette by Juvia's Place. Starting off with the Smashbox Primer Water. Been hooked on this stuff ever since I got the smaller size. I will be using the Balm Cosmetics Prep and Prime Peach Lustre pen along with LA Girl Color Orange Corrector to deal with the under eye circles and dark pigmentation areas on my face. I'm also going to be using Bye Bye Under Eye by It's Cosmetics as well to help offset the dark circles. I really like this product. It's a really great concealer, and it's hard to find something that's really comparable. Using a damp beauty blender. Actually, this is a sponge by Real Techniques. It's not a beauty blender. And I point that out because I really love this sponge. I like the way that it's cut. So I use it all the time. I'm going to be mixing the Cover FX drops in G80 along with the Double Wear foundation in the color Amber together to achieve the color that I want for this look, only because I want a really full coverage look today. Usually I could just add powder to the concealer and be done, but I really want a nice full coverage look today, so that's why I'm using this foundation mixed with the Cover FX. And you really just want to use your beauty blender to just blend it in as seamlessly as possible. Because the beauty blender is damp, you're going to get even better blending, and it's a lot easier to move the product around on your face. Now to set, I'm using Black Opal's finishing powder in the color medium, and I'm going to be mixing it with my all-time favorite Ben Nye's Mojave luxury powder in the color Dolce. I use that primarily under the eyes and on the cheeks, and I have yet to find a powder that surpasses Ben Nye for a variety of reasons. I do more than just setting with it. It can be used over just concealer, but it's very durable. Some people try to mark that as a complaint for it, but that's actually a con to me. I mean a pro. Now moving on to the Black Radiance True Complexion palette. Love, love, love this contour palette. I love all of the powders in it, including the really soft focus highlight that it has in it. I'm going to be using this angled Coastal Scents brush to apply the contour. Now I'm actually sweeping down and pushing up also. Although because it's sped up, it might be hard to see how I'm pushing up. I'm beginning to understand application a little bit more. It's not just about putting it on your face, it's how you put it on your face and the tools you use to put it on your face that can give you an entirely different kind of look. Now for MAC Mineral Skin Finish in the color Natural, also called Give Me Sun. Love this powder. I found it at the CCO store and I got it for a really great steal. I'm going to apply that with my e.l.f. blending brush, which I happen to love to death. And it's a great fan brush. I'm just going to be using it to kind of contour my nose really softly and apply it to the lower half of my face. Now remember, the mineral skin finishes have like a soft kind of glow to them, so you don't want to overdo using them, but they're a great kind of blurring effect powder because they do have that glow in them. Now moving on to blush. One of my favorites is the Balm Cabana Boy. It's a nice dusty apricot peach with a little bit of shimmer in it. I'm going to apply it with my It Cosmetics powder brush. I'm really using swirling motions there to apply it from the apples and going back. And just using a light hand, I don't want too much color. Here is the e.l.f. smudge pot in the color Brownie Point. Just placing that on the eye, using it as a base. But I'm not just going to use it alone as a base. I'm going to go over that with the True Complexion palette sculpting color. And I'm going to use this crown brush. It is really a great brush. It has like this stippling side that I'm using. It's really supposed to be used for creases and blending, and that's really what I'm using it for. And I really love that. I'm glad they sent me two to review. I've done a review on their brushes and products on my channel already, but I love those brushes. Now just cleaning up my brows, which I did already. I took them out of the video because it would have been just way too long, and I'm not a brow queen, so that's why I took it out. But here I'm just cleaning up underneath my brows, give them more definition. I'm going to set that concealer with this Tarte eyeshadow using an angled brush that I got from BH Cosmetics. Now on to the Nubian 2. Starting out with a transition color, the color Morocco. I'm going to use this angled, they call these contour brushes. I use these all the time when I'm doing my eyes. They just fit perfectly. They blend so easily. They're really soft and they grab the color, and it's just really great. I'm using circular motions and also sweeping out to the sides of my eye, which is a little bit different from how I used to apply eyeshadow. I used to bring the eyeshadow down, and now I'm kind of sweeping out. Now to just go into the crease area using a domed brush. We're going to apply that color into the crease. As you can tell, these shadows are really intense, and depending upon the brush will give you the intensity that you want. So if you notice the brush I used before, even though the orange color is on my eyes, you don't really see it. It's there. It's there, but it's much more diffused because of the type of brush I used, and I didn't pack it on. Whereas this dome brush is going to concentrate the color more because it has a smaller space in which the color, the eyeshadow, can actually be on the brush. I hope that makes sense. So if you want a more concentrated look, use a smaller brush, and that will help you be more defined and precise in where the shadow goes, instead of having a look where the shadow, it might be blended, but it's like kind of everywhere. And some of that comes from windshield wiping on your eyes, something I'm trying to get away from also. Now for Layla, which is a deep, it's such a deep eggplant. It's just gorgeous. I love this. I'm using a crease brush for this also because I have a lot of wrinkles on my eyelids. I have to use this kind of brush, and the technique I'm using is that I'm sweeping. I'm not just patting like I used to do. Now I actually sweep color because I'm trying to get in between the wrinkles in my eyes so that even when I close them, even though my eyes are still wrinkled, there is no creasing because I've placed the color in between the wrinkles. I hope that makes sense. But because I'm a lot older, my body is changing, including my face. So I have to change up how I do my makeup so I still have a really flawless look. So I hope that can help some of you who may have wrinkles going on also, or just different issues with your eyes. Some of you may have a scar. It may be hard to get makeup on it. Now moving to my namesake. Yes, that is my name, y'all. Moving on to the color name, y'all. We're going to be putting that right next to Layla. And again, you see the sweeping motions I'm using from the outer corner inward. And just making sure we're blending seamlessly from one color to the other, so you don't have a stop and start kind of look. Now we're moving on to Nefertiti, great queen of Egypt. And again, using sweeping motions, we're going from one color to the other, but we want it to be seamless, gradual progression from one color to the other. Which is fabulous about this palette, that I could actually create this look. Now we're going in with Nairobi. I could create a look like this because they have colors that play so well with each other. It's a really well made palette, and it's worth the little bit of coin that they're asking for. It's not expensive. Just sweeping that in to the next one and then pulling back from the out in. Now for the tear duct area, we're going to use Zuri, and I'm going to use a dome brush for this because it fits perfectly in my inner corner and allows me to move the shadow up and over into the crease just a little bit. Now I do this not for just extra drama, but I'm actually doing it to open up my inner eye so you get the illusion of light hitting the eye. That's why I use that technique. And depending upon the shape of your eye, you have to really figure out what looks good when you use inner tear duct, because sometimes people place it right on the rim of the eye and it looks funny because they're copying what they see other people do, but they haven't really tried ways to make it fit their face. And I had to learn that I could not do it like everybody else. And once I found the way that worked well for me, I was good to go. Now I'm just blending all the colors that I have already there and using some of Layla at the top just so it looked really connected with the colors I placed on the lower rim of my eye to smoke it out. Now just using Tarte's eyeliner in purple. Again, you can have a really smoky look, a winged eye look, and it doesn't have to be sharp. Definitely doesn't have to be black or some kind of striking color if you want to keep your look soft, but you want it to be alluring and still a bit on the dramatic side. So I'm smudging out the edges in a little small tiny wing. This is the Laura Primer Mascara. Y'all, this mascara makes my eyelashes grow. That is no lie. I can't go a day without using it. It's just great. I don't know what's in it. I guess I need to look, huh? This is the Toofaced, the new waterproof Better Than Sex. I love it, love it, love it. I only have used it on my top lashes. I don't know about the bottom lashes yet. I will venture out one day and try it, but I have to put it on a certain way to make sure the eyelashes get good extension. Now my favorite in conjunction with Benefit is this Lash Sensationnel by Maybelline. Don't sleep on your drugstore mascara. Some of them are just as good. Now here's the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick that I also got from the CCO store at a really great deal. This is the one in Apricot. I'm going to use my Sedona Lace Tulip brush, which I'm still addicted to apply that. Look at that. It's so pretty and so soft. And just like, it's a beautiful shimmer brick. My first Bobbi Brown product. Just placing it all the places I want light to show on me, as well as my Cupid's bow. I learned this from Queenie. I think is it Rosenblatt. I'm so bad with names. To push forward with your Cupid's bow, it gives it a different look when you push the highlighter forward. Now for one of my favorite translucent powders. This is the Laura Mercier. I love the blurring effect of this powder. I don't really use it to set. I use it to blur, and it works fantastically for that. And maybe it's because I have wrinkles and textured skin that appeals to me a lot. But I just love it. And I can actually see the difference. Now I'm just blending in. Now we're going to the lips. This is NYX's Hot Cocoa as a liner. Love this liner. It's one of my favorites. Please excuse some of the lips being cut out at the bottom. I hate when that happens. This is Craze by Milani. The Amore Matte on their permanent collection. It's not the old collection, it's from the permanent collection. It's a very rich, bright orange. A little on the peachy side, but not a whole lot. It's more of a warm orange to me, especially once it dries. This is Avon's 24 karat. Y'all, I'm sorry, but this lipstick is no longer available. And that's as much of it as I have left. But I just had to use it because of the metallic nature of it. Look at what it does to this lipstick. Do you see that? Just like transformed it into this beautiful metallic peach. I don't know where to find a dupe for it. I mean, it's unfortunate, but they don't make it anymore, and it's a beautiful lipstick. Now the NYX Butter Gloss, and this is Maple Blonde, one of my favorite peach glosses to use. I'm almost always wearing it. If you see me in a peach lipstick on Instagram, I usually have that to go over it. And now just blending in so that you don't see a line of highlight and then a line of contour. Just use that to blend. That was the Smashbox Primer Water, and now I'm going to go over it with the Hard Candy, which gives you a nice little glow. And here is our finished look. Just a nice warm spring look. Just showing off how versatile the Nubian 2 can be for you. If you like dramatic looks, you might try this out. If you do, tag me, let me know. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I thank you all for watching. Love you guys, and see you in the next video.